In 1998, the Game Boy Camera was released, being the smallest digital camera of its time. So let's take a look at it and the Game Boy Printer in this episode of Anton Retro. So first, let's dive into the Game Boy Camera. So welcome to the Game Boy Camera. Today we're going to be taking a look at the UI, the menu, and as well the camera itself and stuff to do in it. So you can see in the menu we actually have Mario here dancing. If you press the up or down button, he'll actually move faster or slower. Then let's head into the menu. So you can see we have shoot, play, and view. The first thing we're going to go to is of course shoot. Here of course we have a bunch of different sections to check out. So this is shoot. Here you can actually take a picture. So I will show pictures of the album just because of the fact that I'm using a Game Boy Advance SP. And that doesn't necessarily work well for taking pictures. So I'm sorry I can't do this, but I will try to maybe show something afterwards. But if I turn it, you can actually see my hand here. So, you can also save the picture as well, but we're going to continue that after. So we have items. Here you can do a time lapse, or you can do a self-timer. Here's magic. Here you have a bunch of different modes, just like you would in modern times. You have trick lenses, montage, panorama, and you have game phase. We'll come back to that later since it's part of the game section. Next we're going to check. So here in check, you can of course check all the images that you have. It's pretty useful, so that's definitely something to check afterwards. And of course we have run. Next, let's go to view. Here you can view all of your pictures in the album. So you can see this is my dog here, and if you can see, it does a pretty good job. You can add frames just like the one here. You can draw, put stamps on, and all by pressing select, you have even more options. You can also print, but we're going to come back to that later at the end of the video. And then of course we have show. Here you can do animations, slideshow, and a hotspot. And of course you see this weird picture here. By pressing up or down you can make it go faster or slower. And finally we're going to check the play section. So here you can pick a game to play. You have ball, and of course it uses the face of whatever you put in the picture of the game face. And in the DJ mode, you can create your very own beats. And if you aim for the question mark in the middle, you can play Run Run Run. It's just a simple game. Of course, these modes are just little distractions to show what you can do with the Game Boy Camera and its potential, but they're not really big games, so don't expect too much here. Of course, you can actually play Space Fever 2 by letting the 3 options go away. Here you have a classic shoot 'em up. And you may be thinking, is that it? Well, you're totally wrong. By pressing the select button, you have even more options to do, such as doodle, special, link, and edit. It's just a little bit of a simpler menu to get to places. Of course, you can also press start. This is a totally different menu that pops up. Here you can of course have your record, your username, your high score, and the credits. In the credit sequence, by pressing B, you'll get a dancing Shigeru Miyamoto, which is a funny Easter egg if you ask me. Now we're going to be taking a look at the Gameboy Printer and how it works with the Gameboy Camera. By going to an image, pressing select once again, pressing up, here you can print the picture. So to print the picture, we need to get a link cable. So let's try this link cable. First we'll have to put it into the Game Boy Advance, and then we'll have to put it into the Gameboy Printer. The Gameboy Printer works on a thermal printing system. That means that you do not need to use any ink, you just need thermal printing paper. So now we're going to turn it on and see if it works. I've yet to test the Gameboy Printer, so I don't know if it will work or not, so let's test it out. Anyway, let's try again. And the picture has been printed. And it looks pretty great to me. And that wraps up the video of taking a look at the Gameboy Camera and Printer. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to see more feature content from Anton Retro.